Hello and welcome to BlackOut Gaming TV. Today we're watching the grand final. It is the final game of ETF2L's Premiership Highlander Season 10. I'm joined again by Hildreth, and I hear you have been hitting the gym to get pumped for this game.
Yeah, definitely. That's the reason for going. Not because I lost an arm wrestle to a gamer girl. Definitely not.
What game ago was it?
I'm not gonna say. No, it was Kunai. Definitely Kunai. She's huge, big muscles. It wasn't Kunai.
Are you just trying to be strong for Deutschland then?
Yeah, that's the plan. Nobody wants to hear about that though. Everyone wants to hear about this cast.
Yeah, fair enough. Strong opinions. Which, although technically not the best by the normal season. Obviously, fair enough. Finished bang at the top of the table. I think just such a better performance this season from them. I think they only lost once. I think they only dropped 1 point. Whereas I guess Raw did finish second. They finished kind of on, I think, Raw wins, which I guess is the equivalent of goal difference.
Yeah, Strong Opinions finished on the same points as us, but they got second because they beat us in the head-to-head on Badwater. Whilst Fair Enough, they only dropped 5 points this season. We beat them on Viaduct on the last week. At that point, they'd already got first seed, so it didn't really matter. So they weren't at their best, and they dropped 2 points to Premtech. Oh no, sorry, they dropped 2 points to Wasp as well, I think.
So today's maps, I believe, I think Fair Enough have picked Gully Wash, which people are going to tell me you can't mention 6v6, but I'm going to. Yeah, I think that's going to favour them. They're more of a Sixers team. I don't care what people say. I'm going to get called out, but I think that map is a strong thing for them. Whereas I believe Strong Opinions have picked Upward, which I would say favours more of them. They're more traditional payloady Highlander people, and then I think it's Barmblitz as a decider. I think we're going to be starting with Elite first, just to kind of spread out the payload, because no one really wants to play Elite or even watch 2 payload maps back to back.
Yeah, they are on Upward first. I'd have thought they'd be Gully Wash first, but Fair Enough seem to want to do Upward first. So interesting choice. I guess they're thinking is if we play their map pick, they're going to be under more pressure to begin with than us to get a result. I think that's the thinking behind it.
Well, I do think we have. I think there's a difference in Saloon. I think more people are fighting on Fair Enough. I think the majority of the week I saw more people betting on Strong Opinions. I think because they've been able to scrim a lot more. Whereas I think Fair Enough haven't scrimmed as much, or at least not the team's been around. If obviously you take the 60 season has just started, we're in week 2 for that, but I guess the team's been practicing more for that. Whereas for this, it's also the whole who are Fair Enough going to play. I don't think you and High Panda have really been playing. He says like 9 people.
No, we Fair Enough didn't actually. When we were looking to practice, Fair Enough said they didn't want to practice. So week 7, they didn't practice for our game, and they didn't practice the week we had our playoff against Bureau. And they didn't even practice until this week, until today. I think they played 1 game on the 15th of Highlander against Bureau, and that's their practice for like 3 weeks. So they're definitely less prepared than Strong Opinions, who have been practicing more regularly, sort of 2-3 times a week, although albeit against high teams mostly. It's something I've alluded to in my Spy interview, which I'm posting in Twitch chat, shameless plug. Preview of the final on that website, you can check that out. Which I'd probably put Strong Opinions as the favourites just based on that and their performance. But nobody really wants to know about what I think. What they really want to see are stats, Maxi.
Yeah, we do actually have head-to-head stats again. We showed that last week. So I believe we're going to assume John will pull these up. We'll start off with the 2 scouts, which, once again, they are Sixers mains. It's Denia versus the Lash, which I think is actually a really good, well, not even lineup. Lineups for both teams, but obviously a big head-to-head battle. You've got Denia, which plays for, what are they called now? Comfortably Spanked. Flash known for Perilous, but both obviously playing for Fair Enough and Strong Opinions, respectively. So I think most of it will look more in the favour of Thalash. I believe they've both played similar to the same amount of games. I think they've both played all season. Maybe Thalash, I think, has been unable and had to. I think they've had to work in. Like last week, he had asked to come in.
Flash played 6 maps. Denier played 8 maps. So they've played most. Denier's missed 1 map basically. If you opinion on the head-to-head, it's we were talking about different styles and trying to work out who plays what from the stats. And it's kind of surprising, really, because I've always seen Denier as a flank player, like a proper flank player. He's always trying to flank you and go behind and look for med picks when fights get scattered. And Flash is sort of takes a few more heals. But you can see the KD ratio is superior for Flash. Definitely more frags, more heals per minute, and slightly more damage. But I wouldn't rule Denier off. I wouldn't, count Denier out of this, for sure.
They're both good in their own way, but yeah, I agree. I think Thalash, obviously, you can see he takes almost double the heals per minute. So if anything, he's probably playing, as we saw last week, he plays off the kind of the frags that, or at least the damage that Ali's doing, whereas maybe Denny's not playing as close to adysky, or playing more with their soldier on the flank, maybe a bit more.
It's weird because Denier's got less deaths, average deaths per map, and but his average kills per map are lower as well, and heals. So he's obviously focusing a lot on staying alive. Or there's some really distorted stats because maybe on sort of 1 week they played against some really bad team and like us, and he stayed alive all the time. I don't know. It's really weird. You'd expect Denier to have died more over the season on average.
What is interesting, actually, before I want to move on, is Denny's damage per minute is only 216, which is actually 12th, and Thalash is only at 234. So actually, neither scout is really doing that massive amount of damage. But
I'm willing to bet money that Ast will be like top, and maybe Atomic will be behind him. That's my guess.
But Thalash, like I said, could just literally be cleaning up kills. I mean, if Ali's going in and hitting 600 damage or pipes, and Thalash is going to hit, he kills all the light cluster with 25 and 50 damage, he'll get kills but not damage. So,
yeah. Probable.
Yeah, so let's move to soldiers. So we've got Quick versus Raptor. I would argue another 6s head to head, but other people will obviously say no 6s. Rah. So I think pulling them up, you see Raptor's actually getting more frags again, dying more. So perhaps he's going for more heals, whereas Quick maybe taking more heals, and he's getting 50 more heals a minute. And then KD's and damage per minute is pretty much the same. So I would just say Raptor's going for more forces and dying more, whereas Quick's maybe staying alive slightly longer.
I mean, when you Flash and Denier, when you say 6s versus Highlander, Denier's actually played way more Highlander than 6s than Flash has. But this one is definitely Quick is very. I think this is his first season in Prem. It's kind of been. He wasn't the starting soldier. Tiger was meant to be the starting soldier for their team, and he's come into the thing. You see, he's been 6 maps this season. DPM wise, he's a little bit lower than. Yeah, just a little bit, not that big. It's hard to say really. I feel like Raptor's slightly stronger player, just in terms of impact that he has on the game than Quick. But I haven't seen much of Quick this season. Looking at those stats, he gets healed a little bit more as well.
You might be going for buffs before bombing in, whereas Raptor can just bomb in fine.
He's probably more likely to. I mean, he dies less, so yeah, he's probably more likely to go in and stay alive. When Raptor's weak, he probably just dies quickly.
Yeah, so we can quickly go over Pyros. I do believe Fair Enough actually are not running. Actually, got tea time into Merc compared to Yggdrasil, who they normally have. So tea time stats will probably be a little bit different to Steve's, and completely different at all. I mean, tea time is dying way more, not getting as many deaths, and I mean, I don't really want to talk about Pyros too much because it'll be the same as we said last time, which is Steve is really just going to the most dominant pyro. There's a reason he's got the most damage and the highest KD and KD. There's not really much else to say besides Steve is more than likely to win pyro of the season again.
Yeah, I mean, I said in my article at the end of it, I gave Steve the biggest compliment I could because this is his 5th final, and he's won 2 already, lost 2, both with us. So, and if he goes on to win this, I think he'll be equaling the players from SNSD records of title wins. Although actually, I think Flash might actually have one more technically, even though he's played a bit part. So yes, that makes Steve probably, in my opinion, the best Highlander player in Europe we've ever seen. If he wins tonight, in my opinion.
Right, let's move on to Demoman then, which I would say is quite a cheeky lineup. I mean, adysky and alle again, totally not people that play 6v6 as well in the same division, but actually, so I mean that's pretty similar. I mean, alle's dying a bit more. And it's actually interesting to see alle's actually played 10 maps, whereas apparently adysky only played 9, which I guess actually would be the playoff last week. So both have played the full season. I mean, look at KD. It's 1st and 2nd. KD's 1st versus 3rd. Even damage in our first. Adysky actually top damaging the whole season, getting an average of 482. That's quite a lot. I mean, even alle's actually 460. So both of them just averaging just under 500 damage a minute, which I'd say is quite a lot to do, especially in Highlander.
I think they're the 2 best man on show this season. Ali's done a fantastic job. Many people were doubting him, thinking that maybe Joe was going to have more of an impact for his team. But no, ali's really stepped up this season. He's played really, really well. But I hear a countdown.
It looks like we'll be going live, so we'll be able to cover maybe.
It was a fake, but no, it's a real one now.
No,
Sorry.
so we'll cover the rest of the classes in a bit, maybe mid game or something like that. So we will be going live, starting this grand final on our first map of Gullywash of Fair Enough versus Strong Opinions to crown our season 10 Premiership champions as we come onto this first mid.
Yeah, we can see both Demon have gone for the classic rollout, but then here's the first casualty of the final. He gets sniped by Cloudy. And as you can see in the blue side, we got Fair Enough. They're taking position on the point. They're getting a bit more forward on the point. But here comes a bomb in. It's Raptor trying to look for that. Get skied really low. And now this counter jump. It's a bit of a even fight at the moment, but I think with that alle going down there to Milkman, I think Strong Opinions are going to consolidate their position back off. Yeah,
CeeJaey did go down. He actually got cleaned up by Flash, and we also saw adysky actually get reflect killed by Steve. CeeJaey will sit with that 100% uber advantage as CeeJaey will just respawn now. I'd expect Fair Enough to probably give up this point, probably for free, or at least try and get this force off. The Strong Opinions trying to push in. See, alle's rotating back around to choke, sit with Cloudy as well as Steve will sit very close. I think Milo's going around as well. That means you'll leave Seal, Flash, Toast and Raptor sitting on that flank. Wilman should be trying to watch that choke to try and, I guess, get a drop or even some sort of frag.
They've gone drop down with the demo and the medic. They've gone drop down. They've managed to get really, really close to choke, but it's a solo Uber and it should be denied really easily. T-time actually does go down. They are going to recap this Strong Opinions and get 2 frags. Overall, though, not the most successful Uber. So we're going to see.
They used the Uber to get the point, but they did lose. They only lost Seal and Cloudy, which aren't the biggest things. And we see Fair Enough now. It actually gives CeeJaey really just the opportunity to push straight back in. But they do actually use the Uber off. I'm not sure if it was a force, but we see Cloudy's the first casualty. CeeJay's going to go down as well, caught in that elbow area. Oh, by Quick actually. He's just going to get Seal Sentry. Actually, CeeJay's going to get an arrow kill, taking down, I believe, Toast. And Flash also got a headshot, so Fair Enough will quite happily recapture this point. Although both teams have to use an Uber, so far, pretty even game, I would say.
Well, that was the first big mistake of the final we've seen from CeeJaey. Just, Steve must be furious with him, because Steve denied that Uber perfectly, and CeeJaey still got caught. I don't know, he seemed to want to stay at top for some reason, rather than back to the big door, to safety of his team. And now it's given Fair Enough the Uber advantage, 40% here. Great chance to take the lead, settle the nerves.
And Seal it down actually. He's down for another 10 seconds, so they won't actually have any sentry if Fair Enough choose to push with the Uber advantage that they can do very quickly. Looks like Raptor moving to capture second, try and pull some players back. Pulls back quick, and CeeJaey, but they're both going to go down. Uber does come out from Fair Enough, going to push straight in through this shutter area. Then he's going to come in as well. Try and get that CeeJaey. He's going to go really low, but not die just yet. He's actually going to get cleaned up by alle. I mean, he's going to clean up Cherry, and Strong Opinions look to just try and clean up the rest of the players and defend. CeeJaey actually gets backstabbed by Toast as well as adysky, and CeeJaey does get hit though by Hildreth. So both medics are going to die in that exchange on last. As I'd say Strong Opinions look to be pushing back out. Flash is going to probably capture off this point. Man's actually going to go down to Toast. Hildreth's still behind though in River. I don't think he's going to go for a back cap. We're going to finish off second. He's actually going to get headshot by Cloudy, and Steve's going to go down as well. Great play by Hildreth. And actually that might delay them. He's actually going to fight Raptor as well. He has to get one headshot off. He's going to use his dat
brilliant play by Hildreth.
Oh, gets another
hey,
shot.
how's it going, bros? My name is
I believe that was Bulo.
Yeah, that was Bulo trolling us, but back to the Hildreth just saved his team losing middle for free there with those frags and that medic kill. Really important play from the Uber was really poor from Fair Enough. They didn't get any bloody, and Steve is the master of denying Ubers. You can see him on that shutter, and he stayed alive the whole time.
Yeah, just look at what they do. We do see, I think, Hildreth trying to get that dead ringer force off of Toast. We kind of stop him going in. Don't use that dugger and get rammed, unless they do just play, as they both seem to do, very just full aggro. Gonna gun spy. But he does just get heads up by Cloudy trying to get that choke point. No one else was with him, everyone was just happily sitting on that mid. And he's gonna be the person to die. He's gonna allow Opinions to probably push in. They are gonna use, both teams are gonna use that Uber. Lots of flashing. CeeJaey flashing, shooting flash alle, and actually drop Emilio. Steve's actually gonna flash on the way out. And I think only Flash and Emilio go down, with Strong Fair actually keeping all the players alive. They usually get you quick go down there, but he does actually get that pick onto alle. So they should be able to push straight back in.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Somebody is a little bit immature. I didn't really catch that fight at all. But Strong Opinions back on their last again. Carry on, Maxi. Carry on.
Yeah, after that, I think Fair Enough are able to be really walk on the second. Cloudy's still down, he's going to respawn now. And I think Seal doesn't actually even get a sentry up, Vigil's going to destroy it just before they manage to push in. So he's going to try and get a level 1 up now on last. But this Uber's going to come straight in from Riverside, take down that sentry, get all these things to the point. Steve is going to get saved by CeeJaey's Uber and try and fight time on this point. He should probably go down. Actually going to survive under the point, really don't know he's from Raptor. He's actually going to be able to sit on this point using, I think, Raptor to use that conch. So Seal, Emilio, I think even Toast as well as alive should be able to hold on to this point just about. Bacon is going to go down in water. And Cherry has actually tried to peek in but won't be able to capture onto last. And I think Fair Enough will look to rebuild outside on second. As it's still 0-0 and we're only 6 minutes in, so they've got more than enough time. No one needs to make any mistakes just yet. So we're going to see Bacon going to go down. Just respawn now. And probably both teams are going to try and contest second at some point.
Yeah. Nothing really to say. Secret Rubers. Sorry, I didn't catch that push, Maxi. I mean, this is just in terms of pressure. Fair enough. They've been in control of the game for most of it now, so it's got to be playing on their mind that they've not been able to break this hold yet. It's something you kind of got to look out for, because if they fail the next push, it might be hard for them to pick themselves up. So it's really important for Fair Enough to win this round and get the first round. They won
this Riverside. They were able to force Raptor back, and I think even Thalash went quite low. We see Milkman actually go down, which is a very important pick until last. Should allow CeeJaey to use this Uber. I think he actually got forced in lobby. See, both Ubers actually changed, so it must have been Skeej, or maybe Fair Enough came up to try and force them. And it looks like, I think we see Denny and Milkman and Hildreth all go down. But actually got headshot by Cloudy. Bacon's also going to get cleaned up by Emilio. And I believe there's Cherry getting cleaned up by Flash as they look. Probably to push on to second. We see to come out and capture this point with Flash. And alle, Emilio and CeeJaey are going to push through this lower onto big door. And Jonathan, you're going to finish off this second cap and push onto mid Hildreth.
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying, if they don't get that point, it could play on their minds. But the good thing is about that is they kept Skeej alive, so they are going to be able to hold middle. I was wondering for a second if Strong Opinions were going to try and put mid there. It looked like for a second they were going to do it. It would have probably been a mistake. But yeah, for strong opinions, they've been caught on their last a few times, managed to defend a few times. They'll be quite happy with this. This isn't their map pick. They don't mind. They wouldn't mind it being a slow map, I would think anyway. Although that pick on Milkman by Cloudy there might make them try and do something, maybe on the flank. Yeah, they look like they're going to go in with Uber here, Maxi. I'm not sure about this.
The strong opinions are actually going to Uber first through this choke point, and the first actually looks to be flashing a few more players. CeeJaey mainly soloing, only on alle, I think a bit of Amelia just at the end. But Ferris actually flash a lot of players. They flash adysky, I think even Bacon, and it will actually allow Raptor to use that conch as a kind of post second Uber in a sense. But Cherry does actually get that pick onto CeeJaey. He's going to go down. CeeJaey is going to survive. He's going to fall all the way back, all the way to a spawn actually on 30%. Yeah, a lot of other players also went down. I think Bacon went down. Steve even saying, what was he watching? I wasn't even sure. CeeJaey is actually going to get headshot in Big Door, now on a 6k. Give strong opinions the point, even though they did lose CeeJaey. So CeeJaey now sitting at 55%, building up to about 60. They should be able to quite easily push back in with this play and Uber advantage. Although they lose adysky going into choke. That's probably not the best death to lose coming onto this exchange onto mid.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're still coming in, but they obviously believe in themselves, in the momentum that they've created here. They force strong opinion out, so that's good, really good for them. In fact, strong opinion is just scared of the Uber, aren't they? They don't really want to go. They want to go with this. They're using, and CeeJaey could get caught here. Great jump by Quick. And Denier, they cleaned up the combo, and look at their position after Uber as well. They're back straight away, taking the high ground. Really good, smart play with these Sixers players, Maxi. But yeah, that was really impressive. Really good Uber from Fair Enough, using the soldier.
Yeah, it seems both teams actually opting to use that conch soldier and actually play more of a pockety role, which I think probably favours at least a 5 CP map, because you can't really just expect the soldier to bomb in from flank and get a medic pick. It's just not really likely with 9 players you've got to jump past. Well, 8 I suppose to get on the medic. So I think playing a conch soldier seems a lot better idea. And we do see it used post Uber, or even as a kind of way of saving yourself from an Uber, just to get kind of something out of a post Uber push. But we will be pushing onto this last. See Viljack actually peeking. Actually, Fair Enough plays quite weak. But Cloudy does get down from Viljack, so no sniper, and Amelia also is going to get killed by Denier. I think Toad's also going really weak, and CeeJaey having to use that quick fix actually on that last. Take down CeeJaey and Tea Time, which both get cleaned up by alle. Great punch from him. And this he's still under that point, going to probably fall out back along Riverside. And this he's going to go for last. This he jump back in, and actually run straight into alle, and even that level 1 sentry could clean him up nicely. As strong opinions will probably look with Raptor to capture off his second and push on to mid.
Yeah, CeeJay switch coin to spawn and switch back to Medigun. Smart choice by him, although they won't have any advantage. It is good, and that was really it's really the Steve show as a Burrow. His defensive work is incredible. Like again, he trapped the combo. It was a bad Uber from Fair Enough. They tried to go water, but CeeJaey got forced, and they didn't get anything done. But they trapped the combo in the water. Steve just pinned them down, and alle just finished them off. Good play, good solid play by them.
Now, I'm not sure I would use pushing your Uber combo at all through water. Just do what everyone else does. Pick some of your flank people on the point and throw sticks on it from river. And if you need to, Uber to push them off.
I think their plan was not to pop in that situation, but CeeJay kind of got forced. I mean, the Riverside one's quite a popular push, but most teams either going to push from river into the combo as people going flank from under, or they're just going to get into water without using. I mean, to be forced is a bit of a disaster for them. But guess what? We have a stalemate.
Yeah, Milkman doesn't go down. He's going to be that first pick. Full strong opinions. You can see Viljack also go down from Raptor. He's actually used his conch to save himself. There's actually 2 picks. There's 2 pick classes, really. 2 quite important picks, actually. Milkman and Viljack, very important plays for Fair Enough. But as you can see, Raptor decided, actually, they are just going to go off of that 2 players down, opting to push all of their combo round. Strong opinion, which is trying to push in, trying to, as far as they can, using that Uber.
Here's the thing, Fair Enough could take choke like now, because choke is open. This is what I would be doing if I was from Fair Enough. Once the call comes that they're on big door, I'd move into choke. But they didn't take that opportunity, unfortunately. I think actually alle stayed at choke, which is good play by him.
Yeah, I think they did leave alle there. Yeah, otherwise I would expect Fair Enough to push right now, but think that they're clever enough to notice that. You see it a lot with teams maybe try and come out through shutter, and then every team goes, well, we'll just push lower as soon as they do it, run straight to last and get it before they can. I've seen that loads of times in both Highlander and Sixes, even in pubs and matchmaking. But
Yeah.
we are unfortunately stuck at this stalemate. Hopefully not the first of many. Strong Opinions actually rotating back round Big Door, starting to peek it. Lots of fair enough players going down. We do see Steve actually go down from Team, actually finished off by a flare. Taylor's going to get killed by Emilio. Toast, Quick, I think even Viljack, and even I think that's Toast running dead ring again. But loads of players going down.
They're going choke.
More
They're trying to fight alle on choke. They've got
use Uber though.
Yeah, they've got 2 classes, and they're going to use their demo.
Sealand, the Lash going down. The Raptor just basically just dunks on top of adysky as in choke. Toast once again using that dead ring. I keep seeing it on our kill feed, but he just happens to stay alive. They're trying to turn the Milkman, but I think he'll actually survive. No, he's going to get slammed. A Raptor who also cleans up Enya as well. 2 great picks from him, and I think Quick's now going to actually almost get stuck out. Doesn't get picked off by alle. That's got launched and stuck in Big Door. And Strong Opinions will now capture off this midpoint with pretty much equal Ubers. 3 players still down on the side of fair enough. But some players are actually quite weak for Strong Opinions. See Toast getting healed up quite quickly, and I think now this heal and player advantage will maybe try and bully fair enough back out of choke.
You can see what difference it makes to fair enough when adysky is having less impact in the game. I mean, okay, points don't mean so much, but he is bottom of the scoreboard, and usually he's round about the top. But oh, there's a Viljack medic drop. I didn't actually catch that, Maxi. So they get a chance to come straight back in, and they're using their Uber instantly as a response. They clean up alle, Steve, caught trying to in no man's land. Really, it's a great time to use your Uber because it's just for free, and you can catch people. And there's a little bit of a backcap attempt, but they've run into a mini sentry and it's killed both of them. Cherry Rendezvous mini got both Raptor and Flash. Adysky's dead again to Cloudy. He must be getting frustrated. He's dying a lot to him, and Toast as well. I mean, Quick is going to jump up top and try and deny him, but it's a bit of dangerous times at the moment.
Yeah, you see Milkman also go down from Toast. He's definitely been a thorn on his side. And it is a problem playing against both these teams. Both teams obviously run a very, very kind of heavy spy rather than behind for stabs. But we did actually see a drop. Usually Thalash does go in and take down CeeJaey and T-Time. But on the other hand, Viljack takes down Thalash and CeeJaey. So picks coming from everywhere. Lots of plays down from both teams. I think it's only 4 up for fair enough against, I believe that's 6 for Strong Opinions. They do have this player advantage. And we do see adysky going down and Cherry going down.
It's really scrappy TF2. This is what I don't like. I don't like when Highlander teams play like this because you're not really playing fights together, but it's working for Strong Opinions. They're using their numbers to swarm middle and retake it. And I mean, a couple of players got sniped them on second, and Strong Opinions just went for it, and they caught people out, and they repushed. It's a real missed opportunity for fair enough. They've lost Cloudy.
Again. Yeah, Cloudy's gonna get that next snipe on Milkman. People were saying, Milkman's kind of moved himself up the table of snipers, but I mean, Cloudy a few years ago was still in Highlander Open, and he's definitely proved that he belongs right at the top.
Yeah, it was the last final. He was incredible on as well, wasn't he? And this one, he's come to the fray again. Fair enough.
Great to see both these players actually at Witchlander. They both can manage to attend.
Very possible. I mean, fair enough. They looked like they were going to push there with their Uber advantage, but they thought better of it. It was very limited, and they lost the knee already. So they went back.
Has gone drop down though. That's the first thing I see. Trying to look, I guess, look for CeeJaey. Gonna peek. As you sit behind that point, trying to obviously not get sniped. They look to push towards choke. Budok does get found by Thalash. Just keep trying to find Toast as well, and getting that dead ring force off of him. And I think both teams now really just kind of working a pick-in would be what I would assume. Toast is actually behind, he's going to get killed as well, so neither team has a scout. Usually Cloudy go down as well. I didn't actually catch how he died. I think he was actually picked off by Milkman.
Raptor just got in on, tried to suicide on choke, did some good dodging, and he almost got that force. It was a nice try.
Yeah, and they do actually have enough players down fair enough that that's going to prompt that push. Enough player advantage to come in. CeeJaey's going to use purely on Steve. Going to flash. That's a bit of a tongue twister. Take down Bacon. Viljack's also going to use that dead ringer again. Still behind. Flash looking to finish off this second cap. Opting to focus on that dispenser. What an important pick that is. And Strong Opinions now looking to push last. I say heals are the same, Ubers are the same. It'll be all who can get a pick. And Toast will probably try and get behind now as he's used that. No, he's not. He's just going to go back outside. And we're going to see it. Try and both teams fighting on this last, CeeJaey.
Yeah, that was a really fair enough. Just Strong Opinions don't look like they can capture a point without fair enough basically gifting it to them. That's my opinion on this game so far. I mean, we just saw fair enough push middle and just got kind of trapped in the shutter. Sorry, the corner house on middle by the pyro again. And they're just kind of falling for Strong Opinions' traps. They're suiciding a couple of people, they're Ubering in, ill-advised, and they're making nothing happen, and then they're losing the point. I mean, CeeJaey just staying alive is a saving grace.
And we are actually still at 0-0. We've actually only got 11 minutes left. So we're 19 minutes in. And still on the first round. Does he actually Toast go down? And actually, no, he's not. I got baited again. It's actually alle that got backstabbed. Cloudy's going to get picked off by Quick using that black box and also that conch combo, which he works very well. He's going to jump out, try and get around to choke, trying to scare off the Lash. He gets cleared up quite quickly by the combo of Lash and Raptor. CeeJaey's going to use that on adysky, trying to take down Emilio, but he gets Uber. It's going to be a solo Uber of Emilio and CeeJaey versus that flash of adysky and E-Time. Emilio picking that lower, trying to take down adysky. I think he is going to get cleaned up by Viljak. Alle's now in that big door. He might actually get picked off. Still Viljak, still behind, still somewhere. Emilio is down. Toast is also down. And now I think we see Cherry and Milkman. You see lots of fair enough players now bleeding, trying to, I guess, take on that second point. You're going to get that cap off. Actually, they didn't even capture it. They did capture it, and they were trying to defend it. Sorry, Seal does go down now as well. So that's just about to respawn. And CeeJaey just had to get killed by Raptor, who was able to just basically, really, he just kind of poked it about that point and finally got that frag onto him. So definitely advantages in the way of Strong Opinions. They've got basically a free Uber. CeeJaey's still down over 3 seconds. CeeJaey's got 100% Uber now. So free Uber advantage. T-Time Quick still down. But oh, I guess they probably wait for them. Maybe, but actually fair enough. Still have control of second. I'm just watching to see the capture off now. We're going to go down. T-Time is still dead. If another 10 seconds.
Very methodical push by, in the end, by Strong Opinions to get that second. They didn't want to risk CeeJaey. But yeah, Raptor, I was watching him, like, he missed 4 off Milkman, and I was thinking, what is he doing? He's doing nothing. I think he was jumping around River, and at the same time his team pushed in Big Door, and that just did enough to scatter and fair enough, and it gave him that distraction. But here comes the Uber on Shutter. It's straight to T-Time, but T-Time survives, and Toast kills CeeJaey. This could be the first round here. Oh, CeeJaey goes down from Divinity. He's coming behind, and he's killed a fragged Emilio as well. Maxi, this fight's crazy at the moment.
Yeah, Raptor going to bomb into that point. Yeah, rocket onto both Milkman and Bacon. Really close headshot actually by Milkman. Great kill from him. Cherry's going to pick off both Steve and the Lash. That's a really great 2-picture. Going to build that level 1 mini sentry up again. And fair enough, looked to have just about clinched on to this last. At least he does get killed by Steel. You can actually see where he even died. I thought he just spawned. But I think actually he was peeking that lower. Strong Opinions are holding on to. And trying to hold on to that big door. Trying not to give up too much ground.
That's a big kill. Seal just got there because they're going to lose the point now. Steve actually chasing the medic. He's a bit unlucky there. Quick manages to defend him, but look, they've been caught completely. So many players just got caught out on second, completely separated from the medic just because adysky was down, the heartbeat of the team. And they're going to be struggling to hold this maybe.
Yeah, Steve is the only player down for Strong Opinions. As you see, Raptor go down as well. Get headshot by Milkman. But that's going to get that pick onto Viljak. I think even Seal Sentry is going to finish off Denier. No scout defending, and even no Spike going behind. We're going to see that Concho popped off by Quick in main. And it looks like Ash also going to get headshot by Milkman in that river area. But I think actually Uber's going to come out from fair enough. Going to try and push all the way out of this lobby. Or maybe out onto second. Yeah, quite happily holding on to that Uber, so I guess it must have forced them.
Yeah, it's an Uber lower. It's a solo heavy Uber though. It's a really bad Uber from Strong Opinions. Adysky should be able to deny this. It's a crazy fight. It's still 0-0 for Fair Enough's credit. They've kept it a 0-0. The Fair Enough team of seasons gone by would not have been able to defend this point in some of these pushes, in my opinion. But this new team. They've stepped up. They can DM. They can play.
Yeah, we do see Strong Opinions going back to their standard hold of sitting outside, holding, being able to hold second, but sitting in that big door. Waiting for CeeJaey to rebuild his Uber back up at 70% now. Ski's actually 70% Uber advantage, sitting at 80. They might opt to push out again. They've actually not been too unsuccessful. You think sometimes when you push your whole combo out, you can end up just bleeding players and you end up losing last. Whereas this team seems quite happy to do it. We see adysky getting that pick onto Toast. He's going to go down. If they push out that lower and for that shutter, they will probably run straight into a whole combo. But I think that's
So
why
risky.
Steve goes down, falls to a, I would almost argue, Div 6 sticky trap. But this is going to peek that as well. Get a pipe or two onto Emilio. You'd think even alle trying to peek that shutter, trying to get something. Milkman does go down from Raptor. I think it's trying to capture the point with Denny. I don't know actually how they got it. I think they came maybe from up top. Seal are going to defend that point, as well as alle opting to defend it against Iljack. Denny's still sitting behind that point though. He could actually go for that pick, unless Flash has spotted him, which I believe he has now with Seal. I think he should just be clipped quite quickly. Flash got all the help to clean him up very easily. So Flash is going to take that frag onto his mark. He's actually got second most score for Strong Opinions. I didn't think 20-second respawn, just down to 8 now.
Probably just caps. But yeah, this is a really edgy game at the moment. Fair enough, there's not really any value. I mean, I saw them poke in, they were thinking about Ubering, but it's really, really risky. It's really up to Strong Opinions to break this, and they're just sitting in lower, sort of in big door area, making their plan. I don't know what they're going to do. I think Raptor was going for a suicide there, perhaps. But for Fair Enough's point of view, I wouldn't push unless, you know, Strong Opinions lose too many. It's too risky.
And it becomes worse and worse as you tick down. We're down the last 5 minutes of this map, still at 0-0 of the first map of our Premiership Grand Final. Emilio does actually get backstabbed though by Viljack in this. I believe he was sitting around about lobby area, maybe it's outside. And Strong Opinions look more than happy to just sit outside and I guess wait for a pick. So you see Milkman, I think he's going to use that dead ring again. Quick also going down to Flash. Some big 20-second respawns going on. Toast is going to get the first and only frag. But fair enough. This little exchange. Viljack just finally go down. And there is 2 players down for Strong Opinions. They could opt to push this, but I suppose Quick and Viljack, not really the 2 players you want. Not someone heavy.
There's no value in pushing. Like, it's still the same numbers. I mean, they should push because they can't sit here forever not using their Uber. But they just seem to be playing so they're taking so few risks. Strong Opinions, like, they almost seem happy to run down the clock until it's virtually impossible for Fair Enough to push back and get a heartbreak round. That seems to be like they just seem happy to suicide people and see if they can get a force. It seems to be their plan. Then they'll probably push with like a minute left, a minute and a half left with Uber.
What I'm hoping to see, someone's got to break this deadlock, but it's I guess it's all about whether you have the advantage to push. Someone like Viljack going down doesn't really give you enough, because not that he can do much on defending on us anyway. Milkman forcing that dead ring off a Toast. I mean, that's going to be fair enough to push out. The Raptor does come in though, try and launch a rocket, doesn't actually hit CeeJaey at all. He's going to die pretty easily. Toast also dying from, I think, a pipe and a sync combo from a adysky. No chance to use that dead ringer. And fair enough, could opt to push this. I mean, 2 players down.
3 down.
Even alle as well. Great pick from Viljack. That's a really important pick to get. Looking to see if fair enough look to be shifting. T-Time walking towards that shutter. And even adysky actually peeking that shutter now.
No, they're not. He's putting the sticky trap up. You can tell they do not want to risk losing this point. I don't blame him because it's. I mean, one bad Uber and you've lost basically the map. So I don't blame them for not taking the risk. At the same time, though, they could live to regret it because now that the rest of Strong Opinions combo are all up, they've still got time to push. Like 2.5 minutes, they could come back and make this push happen. Although Cloudy getting sniped, going to slow things down. I mean, if they push here, it'd be a really weird decision. Like adysky's poking.
I think adysky's just sitting there thinking we just sat about for 20 or actually we haven't really sat about. We've been both teams last really. Milkman does just get picked off in that lobby area. Maybe a bit of overextending.
Yeah,
especially alone.
Poor discipline.
and Denny are now trying to peek that river. I think both teams are getting patient. Probably more fair enough saying this is really boring. We need to do something. And it looks like we're going to see this Uber come out from Steve and alle coming in this top right area. Bacon's going to get backstabbed. Denny's going to get that dead ringer force really off on toast. Cloudy is going to get picked off by Viljack. And so far Bacon's the only casualty for fair enough. Toast does finally go down from Quick. He's also going to clean up that Sentry of Seal. I think that was just sitting somewhere back in river. And this is this post-Uber fight. Now Raptor comes in, gets a big rocket onto Ski. He's going to kill him. Tito going to clean up that frag onto Raptor. But no medic for strong... no, fair enough, sorry. So yeah. CeeJaey now 50% Uber advantage. Ski's still down for another seconds. They can very easily build this very quickly and push straight through to last with this Uber advantage.
Yeah, this is it. This is like the decision not to push might be punished here. Off that alle kill. A quick fix from CeeJaey, so he's doing all he can. He probably won't get this in time, but this is the key thing because this is basically the match. There is no time left for fair enough.
You see Milkman go down as well, once again peeking that river area perhaps too aggressively. And Strong Opinion's now going to push this. Going to go water. CeeJaey is going to dodge a rocket or two. As he's going to fight Bacon, going to use this, trying to take down... Actually going to go straight on the point, or try to, with Steve. Bacon's going to go down. See adysky go down. Bacon as well. Milkman, Viljack, CeeJaey all down. But Strong Opinions have lost. Actually, Thalash, Raptor, Emilio Seal, Toast. But they do actually get that cap with 35 seconds to go. So quite likely that is... well, actually, not quite. That is actually the first round and first map and even the first potential half of this grand final, which will be going to Strong Opinions.
Huge. What a huge map win for Strong Opinions to do it on them. Fair Enough's map pick, and to do it on a map which is one of their weaker maps as well, to come out and beat Fair Enough. I mean, that shows the difference there. When they didn't get forced as they walked into water, they were able to use their Uber. For a second I almost thought they were going to mess it up because Bacon, they didn't deal with Bacon in water. He managed to kill Emilio in the middle of an Uber. But Toast got another big kill on the adysky, and that left the point, like, if basically nobody could block the point without standing on it. So it forced everyone to come onto the point, and Steve was able to air blast. And that is the difference. I mean, we saw a map that had one round in 30 minutes between us and Bureau, and we've had another one. Maxi, I mean, what are your thoughts overall? Because some of the players think... Their comments on it, Jesus, this was AIDS, says Raptor. Do you think it was? Do you think it really was the game mode? Or do you just think teams were bad at pushing, or
I think anything? It wasn't teams were bad at pushing. We saw it go both ways. There was ebbing and flowing. We saw it go from Strong Opinions loss all the way up to Fair Enough loss. So I don't think there was any kind of bad plays. I think it was really only that play just at the end, because we saw it go back and forth for pretty much half an hour. It was just at the end where Fair Enough looked to get slightly impatient. We obviously saw Milkman peeking slightly too much forward. We saw Viljack did get picked, but kind of, didn't really make that much of an impact. We saw Quick dying here, and then we saw Raptor dying here and there. Really only people just going for sacks. I think we did see more of, I guess, sitting on Fair Enough's last, and it was just that when they went, we lost many people, that's when CeeJaey went down, and really that was just kind of the catalyst, and Strong Opinions Uber straight in. They cleaned up what they needed. It's the reason they won with 30 seconds to go. But we were to be pulling up some logs, I believe. So we'll quickly sort this frag. And actually, Thalash top fragging, getting 23 kills, which is quite impressive for a scout. Highlander, you expect maybe see more kind of explosive classes sitting in that kind of that choke area, especially if you're holding areas. You're really putting up sticky traps or spamming at choke point. The Lash actually top fragging for Fair Enough. He did a lot of work. He got a lot of picks. I think he got CeeJaey a large number of times. I'm not too sure if he was the one that caused CeeJaey's drop. I don't think I think he was actually, but I didn't catch that personally.
CeeJaey's drop.
Yeah, I believe it was Hildreth that got the pick on him.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Most of
Hildreth's are actually onto Cloudy. Which actually was...
Philjack was... I mean, he got more frags than Toast, I guess. He was actually playing quite well, and he had 100 pings, so he seemed to step it up in this final, CeeJaey, for his team. But I mean, when you look at the rest of it, it was adysky is the big one. He had a really quiet game for his standard. I mean, lots of damage, yes, but I just felt like he was dying too much, and his team really, really needed him. And I wouldn't necessarily say it was all really his fault. I mean, one time he overextended the seal, but he was just getting sniped a lot by Cloudy, or just picked by Toast. And they seem to. I'd almost say that there's an extra focus on him from strong opinions, because when you're playing against a team, you know the demo man is their biggest threat, and you're a spy and you're a sniper. You think it's almost a point where it's more vital for you sometimes to get the demo man pick than the medic pick. And I feel like that could be one of strong opinions' game plan for countering adysky, because he was not as impactful in the game as he normally would be.
I mean, looking at the difference in deaths, adysky only died 13 times, which isn't really that much. I mean, he only got 11 frags, but compare that to especially how alle got 16 frags and only 8 deaths. Damage-wise, adysky did do more damage, but I suppose him dying at perhaps those kind of critical moments.
Not really even just head-to-head stats. It's not really a fight between alle and adysky. It's just adysky's more important to his team than alle is, in a way, because adysky's the main caller. He's the big player for their team. Well, alle is he's just one of many parts of the cog to make the machine work. He's one of the cogs. See.
I'll quickly just touch on medic real quick, because both medics actually got a really high heal per minute, over 1300. I think it's actually probably some of the highest we've seen this whole season. We've seen 900 to 1100 quite commonly, see tips of 1200, but 1300 seems awfully high to me. Interesting to note, CeeJaey only ever ran Uber. He got 14 Uber charges, didn't drop once, which apparently is quite a big thing for CeeJaey. Comparing that to CeeJaey, he did run quick fix once. I think it was just to defend that last, which obviously worked really well. And he did unfortunately drop once, but other than that, differences between the two, I mean, building time was 1 second every time before using 8 seconds between the two. Ubers were the same. There was even something like they were all dying post Uber. I mean, CeeJaey died twice post Uber, and CeeJaey only died once. I say both medics played really well, and heals are distributed quite evenly. The difference actually, if you look at the heal percentages plus, look at how many heals Quick got. He got 21% heals. That's massive on a soldier Highlander. I mean, on the flip side, you look at CeeJaey, Raptor only got 5% heals. God, that's got to be something you don't normally see.
Yeah, it's they seem to want to use Quick a bit more in their Ubers to chase things, maybe because adysky was dead a lot. He does, but we did comment on this pre-game. He does like to tuck into the combo and take heals. And Raptors just seem to do more than him, like just playing off health packs and so forth. But that is map 1 to strong opinions on Fair Enough's map pick, and we're on to map 2. Not even time to talk about it because we're readying up Maxi. Oh, there is time. There's 60 seconds set up. But yes.
So yeah, we're moving on to Upward. Potentially the second half. Obviously, Fair Enough only need to win this map. I was about to say this round. It's actually this map to take the crown and the potential money, of which I am unknown of the amount. Chaos will have to confirm, or put in lots of Twitch memes and confirm that haha, no money. But it's not about the money. It's about the bragging rights. It's about seeing everyone at Georgetown and saying, "Remember how we beat you last season?" And seeing the saltiness of the other team you beat, or the drinks you then have and the camaraderie and whatnot. But yeah, this is actually Strong Opinions map pick. Obviously, they won last map, which is very good for them. And coming to their map pick, I believe adysky banned Borneo. But I don't think that's because it's pale. I think it's just because it was Borneo. And I think obviously we've got Barmlets as our decider.
Yeah.
So neither team kind of unhappy about playing payload. But I'd probably still put us in the favour of Strong Opinions, just because they seem more comfortable as a payload kind of map players.
Well, fair enough, actually. Yeah, they would have probably banned every payload map if they could, but because of the way the maps work, they can't. But straight away we see suicide. CeeJaey actually caught a random pipe from alle, but balls of steel. He's not going to pop. He knows it's just one pipe. We got fair enough on the defense, strong opinions on the offense. We got best of 3. I favour strong opinions to actually wrap this up, but I mean the way fair enough seem to be approaching this, they seem nervous on the first map, and now they've lost their map pick. They haven't practiced. It's gonna be hard. There's another suicide wave coming.
Gets that drop onto CeeJaey. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Hildreth, but I was watching Quick jump all the way round that cart, and even alle came in as well. Actually, no, it was alle. It wasn't Quick's obviously defending for fair enough. It was alle that bombed all the way round, followed by Toast to get that backstab, and CeeJaey does drop, and that will allow strong opinions actually push with their combo now. See CeeJaey going to push up. I think sitting actually, if anything, coming out alone. Going to probably join up with Emilio or even the Lash. They capture that first point in 1 minute 6 seconds. CeeJaey's dropping, and so that will give them 100% Uber advantage, pushing onto the second point.
It reminds me of a playoff game we played against Strong Opinions last season when Raptor dropped our medic right at the start of Palm Blitz, and our team never really recovered from it mentally. So for fair enough, I mean they've done the right thing. They've kept people alive. They backed up and they forced a super. Wow, alle gets juggled really far away. Meanwhile, Danier's on the cart. He's fighting 1v1. Flash does deal with him, but he's done a good job. Ali's actually got a couple of kills, but I think fair enough actually have enough to hold this. Like the Uber wasn't effective for them. They could. I think they need to counter Uber. Quick just kills himself on Emilio there. But here's the Uber. They're not going to be able to catch the medic out, but they will be able to clean up Emilio and Raptor and the cart. So
yeah, but Steve and CeeJaey look more than happy to sit in that kind of tunnel area, which I believe actually that area I really know for how Chess Club used to hold it. But it looks like Flash will actually get the cleanup onto Denier, so no defending scout. Quick also just respawning, but T-Time does get picked up by alle, and strong opinions look really, it's now this corner push. They do get halted, so they won't be able to capture the second point really in probably 30 seconds sort of thing. But they do use that Uber, going to take pretty long attention. CeeJaey does actually manage to put it away just in time with CeeJaey and Bacon, as well as adysky as well. Bacon does take a lot of damage. It looks like they will be able to fall back onto the third point, with Steve going down for strong opinions as they get the second point in 2 minutes and 48 seconds. So still a pretty quick time, especially on upward, Hildreth.
Yeah, they did well. There a few disruption kills. CeeJaey with a frag on them. Yeah, it's going to slow the cart down. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen, we have our first pause. So get your Highlander cast bingo cards out. Pause, Maxi. We'll try and find out the reason for that. See how long it's going to be. But strong opinions in a great position. We played fair enough in the pre-game. I was just looking for Bureau, who were basically the definition of postseason in their performance in that game. It wasn't the most serious game, but fair enough actually kind of struggled a bit, pushing last. They didn't seem to have any problems defensively. They seemed okay, but they kind of struggled pushing last. Do you remember Maxi at Deutschland, where fair enough struggled pushing last against us?
I do. That was the infamous 9-minute hold or something like that.
Yeah,
I think we saw.
Yeah, it was ridiculously light before the game was over, and then held. But I feel like we might see the same thing because they could consolidate this third hold. Maybe they could get like a 7, 8, 9, even 10-minute time because they're decent defensively, but I fear their last push. Like I think they could get embarrassed on that tonight. But we go live again, Maxi. It wasn't that long.
No, it wasn't that long ago. I did try and find out the reason, but evidently it's not important enough. See, CeeJaey gonna die, trying to force off, and I think the Uber's coming back from fair enough, going actually very aggressive for a defensive Uber. They keep bombing in, taking actually CeeJaey, Emilio, and Raptor all going down. So really important picks from fair enough. Definitely halted all of the push potential that fair enough or even strong opinions had.
I love watching CeeJaey play medic. I know people give him shit about dropping, but let's be fair, he only drops to snipers and spies, which isn't a bad thing. Every medic's gonna drop to a sniper and a spy, even the best ones. But he's so ballsy with some of his play, and he's very good technically in terms of movement. I really like watching him play. We saw him get an Ubersaw there, and it's given him quite a hefty Uber advantage. But straight away, Milkman gets a double kill actually. With the Machina.
Yeah, he took down, I
CeeJaey's
believe,
dead again.
Toast with the penetration. And CeeJaey doesn't get backstabbed by Viljack. And Steve also getting cleaned up by Bacon Knight. So that will give, fair enough, even more time to hold on to. As they're now, I think we've got, what, 8 minutes to defend, which is not really something that most people get. And I believe it was actually Toast that crash that caused that pause. So
I mean,
nothing too much there.
I'll give Strong Opinions credit, even though they didn't have control of because they're getting this card. This is criminal from Fair Enough to allow this happen, to let this cap time happen with Uber advantage. This should never happen. And look at that, how far back they are. I mean, they're going to be forced to use their Uber here. I mean, this is criminal. They can't let this happen. They're going to cap it without using Uber. Ah, so poor. I'm disappointed.
They did actually just walk in for free. I would think you probably want to use your Uber to defend the cart, but then maybe gives you a stronger time for last. Usually Cherry, I was actually thinking what Cherry is. He's only level 1 now. They probably could have used their Uber to at least buy time for their engineer to build a sentry on third. See Quick also going down, so he's going to spend 20 seconds in that respawn queue. Deep going to peek that lower area, and I think Strong Opinions opting to do what they are known to do, which is go under and push that stairs. Going to Uber out onto. They're going to force CeeJaey. He's going to try and save himself with Bacon. He's going to sell Uber, probably a better Uber actually. I think it's survived. Really close behind CeeJaey does get that stab. But he's going to go down. Raptor also getting cleaned up. I think also there goes CeeJaey. Flash actually came in and got that pick onto CeeJaey. That will save CeeJay's skin. And alle taking down the adysky. And so many players going down for each team. I don't even know who's got. I think there's more players up for Fair Enough right now.
Well, a lot of players in Strong Opinions just won this, and it's a really scattered fight. But I was just watching CeeJaey. He's just pushing the cart for free the whole time, and we have another pause. It might be Toast crashing again. And that could indicate that maybe Strong Opinions went to cap this in 90, 60 seconds time. But yeah, that third hold was just non-existent. They had the Uber advantage, but they killed the medic twice, and they did nothing. They were just playing so afraid. Fair Enough. This isn't the Fair Enough that would dominate in the season. They seem intimidated by Strong Opinions, like scared of the sniper. They need more confidence in their play. Use their Ubers aggressively. And like even then, just letting Seal push the cart so far up. Again, they won an Uber fight, and they got CeeJaey. They couldn't defend their medic, and they've let the cart get pushed this far. I mean, that's what Seal does. So that's his kind of job for the team. He isn't a flashy player, but he's happy to sit there and do the ugly work. A couple of the players on Strong Opinions are like that, and that's probably why they're going to win this game.
It is interesting to point out engineers because it has to kind of scan over. I know our player versus player stats don't actually work in the system with engineers, but there is a big difference how you play engineer. We see someone like, I mean, I go back to Condog, who's probably the flashiest engineer, who's using sentry jumps and getting medic frags. You take someone like Doom, obviously, who just plays quite an aggressive engineer. Someone like Seal just put in the low work. He says, well, you know, we build up a mini, and I'll sit on the cart. But then he's also, I'd say he's actually quite known for running that panic attack and getting a number of frags. So actually can work quite well.
Yeah, I think that's just the spirit of Strong Opinions, though. Like, they have players like Seal and Emilio that nobody's really talking about, but they're doing stuff for their team. They're making things happen. And whilst other players, maybe the Toasts and the Steve and the Cloudies on their team, might get a bit more credit for some of their plays. Like they just seem like the complete team because they got the players that are ready to willing to just push the car or just do nothing or they seem like they're doing nothing in terms of fragging and just focus the objective, and that's what wins you the game. Teamwork.
Yeah, we do have this pause. We are going to probably go down. I think there's still about 8 minutes left. Who do you think's in stronger position right now?
Oh, it's definitely Strong Opinions. I mean, Skeej is dead. The cart's pushed really far. I mean, the SG is up, but the fight up top is a bit scattered, so it seems like Strong Opinions can just push up top and take that area. Then the next challenge, once they've got that control of that area, next challenge is really trying to get the SG down, which isn't easy, but it can be done if you focus it. I'm seeing if Toast is lurking about top. No, I don't think he is. Yeah, he's just spawned. But yeah, they're in a good position. If they mess this up, Strong Opinions, then they might be under a little bit of pressure, but they're looking for a 6-7. It looks like it might be a 7-minute time here. And we're going live again. Perfect timing.
We do this unpause. first death is going to be Denny. Going to get actually, I think, roughly in the air by Cloudy. T-Time also going to go down, but Tassie appears for that sentry. Seal does go down. Ali also goes. Actually, stabbed by Viljack. Bacon getting cleaned up by Steve as he looks to push up top. I think Quick also going to get cleaned up quite easily, although Quick does get that pick onto Toast, which you could argue is quite important. He's going to be down for another couple of seconds. And as much as we said it favours strong opinions, fair enough, I'm holding it just about, with adysky picking up a frag onto Steve, and even a sticky frag onto Emilio.
Oh, it's that power of the flank classes on this map, because the way upward works, even if you don't control the territory, if you have flank players that are just using the, the basement or wherever the combo isn't, they can just use different entrances. It's such a maze, this map. But here comes an Uber. It's a solo Uber on the Pyro. Adysky has been caught out by Flash, but CeeJaey counter pops. Nothing's really happened in the Uber fight. Both combos seem safe right now.
Yeah, Ali's actually dropped them way up the stairs, perhaps slightly just being disconnected. Steve's going to come up, just a lot of work going in, and CeeJaey's actually going to die of burn damage.
W plus
so weak. Basically, if you must one into a prem combo, that can just take out a medic for you. The Viljack, I think Viljack, is that going to be a death for him? I believe it is. CeeJay's now dead. And yeah, now CeeJaey 50% Uber, CeeJay only just coming up now. I think actually about 70, so he'll be able to push off, and I guess they can try and really take up this sentry and also take up top. Toast actually jumping about a lot, does survive after really just kind of brushing noses with Bacon and Adysky. T-Time does go down, big pick from Cloudy, picking that upper area. Adysky doesn't get that pick off, then he's also going down. He's actually having to jump onto Quick, use the rest of that conch with Bacon going down. And now it's really Milkman and CeeJaey with Viljack and that sentry to defend it. Milkman gets to get one pick off the seal, Viljack also going down. But Strong Opinions have so much to play for, they have so many more players up. They really just get that sentry and push that cart into that pit. As Toast gets Assassin's Creed stabbed, jump down, and that sentry does finally go down. Dizzy can't defend the point, it's only Raptor and Steve push the rest of that cart all the way, and it's gonna no, it's actually gonna get saved just. I called it way too early. Just before it got tipped in, actually gets saved by Fair Enough, and they've just about saved their skin for now. And Emilio is also going to die.
Yeah, the level 1 as well was key for Cherry managing to get that SG up before he died. Just scrappy play, just spawners coming in, but the SG is down, but here comes another spawn wave for Fair Enough up top. And Ali going to jump, Raptor trying to look for something, gets lots of damage on the Adysky, distracting the combo. Seal's going to run on the cart, he takes a pipe, but can he survive? Cherry's actually going to get down there and block it. Brave Engineer play again, he doesn't actually have an SG up though. If he dies here it might be bad for his team, but he's got a mini. Piling the cart again, I don't think anyone can block it this time. Steve is there air blasting. Desperate attempts, but they salvaged a 9-minute and 25 time, which, it's competitive, but I feared for Fair Enough's last push. I really do. Like, even if Fair Enough get a good time on second and third, Strong Opinions are really good on this map. People should not forget. They have a really good second hold, a really good third hold, and a really good fourth hold. Like, I don't think there's a better team on this map defensively. Maxi. So it's going to be really hard for them to break this, even in 9 minutes and 25 seconds.
I think it's also interesting to see, and it depends who you're facing, whether or not a quick or slow time puts you in favour. I think if Strong Opinion's got a faster time, it may actually favour Fair Enough, because they're more likely to play aggressively. We've seen it before, where they quite happily send players forward and try and get picks and take a lot of ground very quickly. And that could almost cause a slip-up. Strong Opinions to try and defend against this quick play, or they just can turtle down. Whereas a slow play, Fair Enough, can try so many different things to break that hold, and they're not going to rush it, and they can play it slowly. But I'd say a strong 9-minute time. It's not slow, it's not particularly fast, it's just kind of straight down the middle. So Fair Enough have to play decent enough, but can afford a few slip-ups. But I'd probably still let Strong Opinions defend this just because they're so practiced on maps like this.
Yeah, and plus, Fair Enough haven't really practiced pushing against a team with Strong Opinions type of organisation. From their point of view, it's got to be you know, they've got to make something happen and like use their DM skills or their teamwork or something just to make stuff happen and push with momentum. I mean, you can see they're not going for the suicide; they're just pushing the cart forward and spamming. So there wasn't really a suicide attempt. I think they were just trying to take territory, but hasn't worked. I mean, you can see how good this defense is. You got the Toast on the right, you got Flash pushed up on the left, Raptor supporting on the middle, Demoman supported as well by the heavy, so it's going to be hard to break.
Yeah, I'm seeing all these players also buff. You keep looking at the overheals. Flash sitting 125. Look, they quite happily try and jump back. The quick does come in, take down Raptor. Milkman also getting a headshot, and I think even Budget went down as well. Cloudy getting picked onto Cherry. Quick, T-Time, and adysky all going down. CeeJaey still sitting with that Uber. And there's also Bacon going down as well as Denny on the car. Big pick from alle. So Strong Opinions more than happy to hold this, and we're already 1 minute in, we're down to 4 minutes.
Yeah, they were going for suicide there.
Yeah,
I don't think they should go for suicide, I think they should push with Uber, but they've just got to avoid Steve. Because Steve likes to trap you if you push in on the right. So they've got to avoid him here. But here comes the Uber.
It's a very early Uber as well. Adysky's going to be completely stuck against that wall by Steel Sentry. And he's going to go down. Milkman's also going to get headshot by Cloudy. Danny's going to get spammed down by that cart by Raptor. Cherry also get picked up by that right hand side by Steve actually. I thought it was Flash, he's going to only get the assist. And Strong Opinions are just looking so strong. We've got another 30 seconds. Flash going to take down Philjack, going to get that frag onto him. And once again, look at the heals. Look, Steve's buffed, alle's buffed, Amelia's buffed. Even Seal has 180. And you look, Flash is going to come back round. And every player just gets so many heals. Raptor does go down really low. And he does pick so many picks, taking down Cloudy and Steve. Have only been cleaned up by alle, who gets another pick onto T-Time. So alle now have a 6k. But they've actually managed those 3 picks, I suppose, have actually forced Fair Enough to be able to capture that point. And they've now got 6 minutes and 50 seconds to capture the last 3 points. So just over 2 minutes and 10 seconds a point, which actually will be quite hard to do. They did get delayed on this first point. And Strong Opinions will be doing what I call the octopus hold. Not sure I have another name. He's going to pop his Uber off, and basically what he does is he sits in the middle above that tunnel and pops heals onto alle and Emilio and Steve and Raptor, and everyone just takes heals and everyone gets involved in the Uber. You see a Milkman going, I don't think now on an K, I think. See, CeeJaey's on a 4k, even Emilio's on a K. And I think that you're now going to opt out of that octopus hold as Fair Enough Ubering through the tunnel, flashing both Denny and adysky, taking down Raptor and Cloudy, and I think Denny there fighting down CeeJaey. So many players being bled from both teams. And actually CeeJaey's going to get cleaned up by Steve in that window area. A good place to die for CeeJaey. See when CeeJaey's really got 70% Uber. But Toast is still lurking behind. And Strong Opinions actually opt to defend this. I think Steve reflecting a lot of hills.
I don't think they will.
No, it looks like they're going to fall back, Hildreth, and it should give Fair Enough time of 5 minutes and 55 seconds-ish to capture these last 2 points.
Yeah, I mean, losing CeeJaey is really uncomfortable for them because they gained it. Because that Uber, they did a lot of pressure on the hill. They pushed really aggressively and pressured them, Strong Opinions, into forcing. And then went really, really quickly through tunnel. Denier doing what he does best. He went behind, got some kills. Quick got some kills as well. Just losing CeeJaey at the end, kind of they lose their momentum there. They're still pushing his cart though. They've got it on the right side now. If Strong Opinions do the same thing Fair Enough did, I don't expect them to. But if they don't stop this cut time, here you go. They're trying to stop it. They've got Raptor spamming their cart. Cherry using that short circuit to eliminate his projectiles, but that's allowed some space for
yeah,
for,
quick
Fair
jump
Enough.
in. Got a few rockets onto Milo. He's going to come off that little kind of stairway walkway. Uber's going to come out on a disc to quick using in the Uber again. Just for CeeJaey, but Steve's going to be able to just with anyone push people back off that cliff. Flashing onto I think Raptor and Emilio as well, just to kind of equal that off. He does go down from Steve, which is the player. I mean, Steve was quite far in. The Palacio picks up Cherry. Milkman going down for a nice headshot from Toast. And there goes Viljack as well, so he's not going to get that pick onto CeeJaey to counter the Ski's death. Then they're going to go down really actually air body shot. I thought it was a headshot, but he's not. And Ski's also dying again from Cloudy. So CeeJaey going to sit with an over 60% advantage on this third, and strong opinions are looking so strong right now, Hildreth.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried for Fair Enough because they've just lost CeeJaey again. Their morale's going to be low. They got players just rushing, looking for plays. It's not good. And this is kind of I mean, you got to think back to when Fair Enough gave up third with that Uber. I mean, look at the difference between Strong Opinions hold. They're forward. They're around their sniper. They're trying to defend the chokes. Okay, yes, Ali's just been body shot there, but they're actually trying to defend it. But look at Fair Enough. They've gone on the cart and they're spamming the cart. They forced them back, and now they're actually pushing. This is really good from Fair Enough. I think we're going to see an Uber here from CeeJaey to defend it. CeeJay's really committed. I mean, he's actually run underneath now, trying to escape. Yeah, CeeJay's really risking himself. He's finally forced the Uber. They've cleaned the cart just before it got up the hill. If they got to the top of the hill, it would have been a disaster. But Uber advantage to Fair Enough. That was good play because they've managed to buy Uber advantage.
Yeah, they bullied their way onto the track and pushed that car most of the way up that hill. And CeeJaey didn't actually die. He was close a few times, but alle was able to defend that cart. Take down, I think, adysky in P time there. But they spawned so quickly, it doesn't even matter. See, that's essentially still up for seal though, and CeeJaey is only at 45%, and CeeJaey does actually use his Uber up quite early up that hill. And this is going to get completely denied by that Sentry and Steve. The Lash is going to go down. Raptor's also going to die in that fight. Toast died somewhere in there as well. Behind, as he gets, like, basically point blank shot straight through the face by Cloudy. Great frag from him. Adysky also getting body shots, so Cloud now on a 6k. But Fair Enough do actually capture off that cart. They've now got 2 minutes and 20 seconds to capture this last point. Seal is now just about building. He's only building a dispenser on the stairs. Doesn't have a sentry up just yet. He's going to build it now.
They should be able to buy time.
And they do have Uber advantage. CeeJaey at 6% now. And 2 minutes to go. It could go either way. It's all to play for right now, Hildreth.
I mean, it's really about Strong Opinions' nerve, because they only really need 2 good Uber fights to win this. They got to get this guy off the cart. Don't let him push it for free. There we go, Flash dropping it. Drops down, but as they were all looking at the player on the cart, they actually pushed up top stairs and they've taken it. Adysky's going to try and push through here, maybe get a force. Emilio challenging them, and they've actually forced the Uber here. CeeJay's going to save it. He's running back. Yeah, CeeJay's saving it. He's running back to spawn. So Uber advantage with 90 seconds to play for Fair Enough. This is their moment here. I mean, are we going to see another Deutschland moment where they fail on last again? Although to be fair, they had 9 minutes this time. They've only got 90 seconds. Will they actually get this first round?
They're going to watch the workings and the inner thoughts of Fair Enough. Jerry trying to go up top. Milkman peeking as well. Turns that backstairs. Ski still Uber. Actually use it onto, I believe, adysky. And going to spam that sentry. It is going to go down. And that's place you want. Steve also going to go down. Toast dying as well. And only the last Raptor, Emilio, Seal, and CeeJaey left. But they're mostly all spawners. Now Emilio and CeeJaey up top. Viljet's really close. Does get cleaned up. Don't really get picked onto CeeJaey. Then he's pushing that cart. But the last and Raptor are there quite happily to clean it up. Goes Milkman and Cherry and Denia. And
it's the power of the flank once again. Just
it is those flank classes.
Raptors staying up, staying alive. They just used the distraction of Emilio, who was desperately shooting the cart to just get their frags as everyone was going on the cart. And great defense there. One last chance for Fair Enough. They just have to go for it. They've got half a chance here if they can just get people in on the cart. But that level 2 is up. It's doing so much work. They've got to kill that level 2. They're not going to get this. Yeah, and here comes the Uber as well. The saps on the level 2. Now Maxi's an NG on the cart though. He's going to die. I think this is it. Strong Opinion's going to take the first round and get 1-0 up. And they're 1 round away from retaining their ETF2L Highlander crown.
Yeah, CeeJaey using the Uber in the last final seconds. I did see it. Quite a few players were bled just before Fair Enough went to push in. I think Raptor went down and so did Steve. And I thought, these are not the players you want to be losing on last defense because it's like 20 seconds to go. But with that level 2 and Emilio sitting quite happily up top and CeeJaey just jumping on that cart with his Uber.
Yeah, the stream chat's going mad for Lash. He must have gone behind and got a load of frags. To be honest, I was just sitting there in bird's eye mode, just looking at the cart and seeing what was threatening it, and nothing seemed to be able to get on it, mainly because of the level 2 that was up. But it was impossible for them to really shoot the level 2 because I mean they were desperate to get on the cart, but they had to deal with the sentry, the combo, and people like Flash in behind them. I mean, in the end, for fair enough, I feel like the way they defended third was the key, and the difference between the two teams. Strong Opinions were able to buy some time on that point, whilst fair enough brought maybe 2 minutes. And also the
way
first hold as
it
well.
was the fact that they gave up that third point with Uber. I'd say is probably the biggest problem that they had. I think even using the Uber, what the duration of the Uber, and even trying to run away though, if you had a bad Uber on third and your whole team dies, that's a lot of respawn time to wait, and allows the cart to really go all around that corner. Kind of where that cart's sitting right now. I know obviously we're sitting in Beck and John's got this obviously kind of post HUD up, but it's sitting just in that kind of final area just before it would go inside, and I think you could get it all the way up there before before the other team could. Especially if your engineer dies really late, that's a terrible person to lose. But I don't think we had logs. I believe that the logs. Yeah, we don't actually have logs for this, so I'd almost suggest we could quickly cover the rest of the heavy medic sniper and spy stats if we have time.
Let's
just
have a
as
look
both
at some
teams
stats.
which are ready up. So if John can quickly pull up these Bacon versus Emilio Estevez stats, we can quickly go over them real quick.
I'll expect. Have you got it, John? Yeah, so I'd expect Emilio would come off slightly more on the damage, but when you look at this, Bacon is the big PM master. I mean, Emilio's played 11 maps, Bacon's played 9, but nearly 300 DPM, great KD, doesn't die a lot, doesn't quite get as many frags as Emilio, but he gets healed more. So again, it's Bacon has some quite impressive stats, but it's all about style. Maxi, all about style.
Yeah, there's not really much I can really say about heavies. I guess I've always said Emilio. We said it last week, or even last game, that Emilio does just play slightly kind of more as like a baity heavy, taking a bit less heals, not just really soaking up damage, and even sometimes playing with a flank to go for frags. But not anything else I can really say about heavies, to be honest.
I mean, Bacon has had a good season for Failure, even, and then coming into the Fair Enough team when he left Failure as well, sort of halfway through, he seems to be one of the success stories in the. I mean, as far as English heavies go, since Breakfast Junior is gone,
especially you could also argue that he used to be a soldier main, I believe, and people were saying, why would you swap Breakfast and Soldier and then put him onto heavy, where you could get, I think it was even Beat mentioned something.
I think Bacon was originally a heavy main, then he switched to Soldier.
I think he swapped Soldier and back. But I'm actually gonna, I think we quickly move on, but I'm just trying to think how many things we get in as we do go live. So unfortunately we won't be able to look at medics or spies.
I know, I wanted to look at spies.
No, medics. Just say medics are pretty much equal. Let's skip over them. Snipers are very good, and spies are basically equal because both teams are very kind of similar together. And I only then quickly discovered we did have logs. So we could actually have a minute to talk about the logs real quick if we have time. I guess it'll be just as really we are live right now, but I will quickly look at some logs.
We got some time.
Really look at some logs. I'm not sure if John can get them on screen, or if we're going to look at the setup with 40 seconds to go. But top frags was Cloudy, fragging with alle, and Flash with 25 frags each. Damage-wise, alle popped damage with just over 9k damage. Adysky with... Actually, it was only 40 damage between both demos. We're playing very well. So, 1 damage a minute between the two. Deaths was Viljack down the most. He only got 15 frags, but he got a lot of frags. Nothing really else. Damage taken. Bacon took 5k more damage. And with 10 seconds to go, Skeej dropped once, and actually Skeej got under 900 heals a minute, so not as good as you.
I think the key is CeeJaey dying 4 times, Skeej 9 times. That's probably the big stat for me. But we're into the final round here, Maxi. Strong opinions will be defended. Potential final round. I'm calling it. I'm actually going to call it, Maxi. I think Strong Opinions will win this round and win the map.
See, we do see the first picks. Obviously, Toes getting backstabbed and Raptor getting killed. Denia will be the first death of Fair Enough. And we see this bomb in from Quick actually. Cloudy's going to get headshot finally. Ali's going to get backstabbed. And CeeJaey now maybe looking to panic without his soldier. No, quite a few players. But Emilio going to counteract that with getting 2 frags on Bacon and Tea Time. Seal does actually go down to Milkman, so defending that sentry. And it's actually really weak. Milkman's actually trying to take down that sentry, but he gets the lash instead. But no sentry for Strong Opinions. They still got that Uber. I think they're at a point now where they can't exactly fall back. Going to come out with Steve and Ali. And I believe Denny and Milkman are going to go down there so to try and halt that push. And just seeing who can use the Uber first, as it looks like that will be first the Uber coming on with Adysky and Skeed. They can also get
oh my god.
Steve, see everyone into the corner. And then Ali cleaning up Skeed. You see Emilio, Raptor and Steve all go down. Even Seal as well, doing a lot of damage with that direct hit. And actually, that's actually how fair enough to push and catch that second with CeeJaey dying quite late on. Strong Opinions defending the second, and that first point being captured in 1 minute and 22 seconds.
Well, I was really about to lay into fair enough combo for falling for the same thing. Great play by Flash to pick up Adysky and Quick overextending. As they should not have been there. They should have been pushing around their team now. They're going to actually not be able to hold this hill, I don't think. Yeah, it's so quick. They're trying to retake hill. Raptor jumping in, but he mistimes his jump. He goes straight into Bacon, but he gets picked out by Emilio poking on the edge. So they're going to try and do that octopus hold you talked about. Maxi, it's a little bit risky, but they seem to be.
It is a proven hold.
Fine. They seem to
used
have
it
it
last
down.
season.
They have it down because players like Toast, and rather than trying to be behind looking for picks, are supporting the combo. But it's a crit screek from Skeej. Here it comes. It's not got anything. Adysky's stickies are failing. He gets Ali, but reflections from Steve. Defends
he does also
medic.
get Cloudy with a roller. And I think Thalash is going to go down from a flare. But CeeJaey going to use that Uber now. More than happy to allow Steve to just reflect all those crit stickies and pipes back. And the Uber's really just going to be used, I think, just for the sake of using it, really. They flash it onto Emilio, Steve, and even a bit onto Seal. But fair enough, there's so many more players forward. Emilio really weak on that cart. He's going to get cleaned up by Denia. Milkman is going to get picked off by Toast, but that's only a collateral frag, as he's going to go down to 12 HP. And looking at it though, Ali and Raptor have come back up, and that's 2 clusters that are very important. Allows Raptors come actually behind. I'm watching it now. Bombs in round. Let's take down Skeej. I actually hesitate because I saw a reflect kill from Steve. But no, Raptors get that back onto Skeej. And that will give CeeJaey an 80% plus Uber advantage. She'll be more than happy and more than willing to hold on to the second point.
This is the differences with Strong Opinions. Is when even when they lose first and almost get wiped, they don't give up the hill. They want to do this hold here. They're happy to fall back sometimes, keep their medic alive, but they're always going to fight the hill. That their flank class is not going to waste time trying to go behind them unless their team are all alive. They're going to pressure the combo back. As we're going to see Viljack go for the kill, but for fair enough's sake, this is going to be really frustrating, like not being able to get this second down. And look at that, the snipe on the Adysky again. It's going to be really harmful for them. I mean, it's really hard to counter this kind of push. You need to be able to get in a position to pressure their combo and force their Uber, because that's what they did in the first round. They forced their Uber, then they re-pushed really quick through tunnel, got the SG down, got some frags. In this case, it's kind of hard because Strong Opinions are really good. I mean, look at that. Adysky's trying to tunnel because he's so frustrated, trying to push top, and Cloudy's read him. He's got his scope there, waiting for him.
Yeah, Skeej is now reflecting onto Denia. Once again, fire of the cluster devil, doing so much work for Opinions. Also now really far behind, only with 6 HP though. If he gets picked at all, which Flash sees him, the Flash doing loads of work, just really keeping Viljack at bay. I haven't really seen Viljack make that much of an impact just yet, especially on this round, even though he has got, 9 points, some frags. And looking at how fair enough want to push it now, they do have the Uber, haven't used it just yet. Medic wanting to first. Goes behind, does actually drop Skeej! That's another +2. Toast doing so much work. And such a pick. And CeeJaey now, still with 100% Uber though, CeeJaey still hasn't used. But just to keep buffing players, including Ali. Steve gonna go to 15 HP. They will actually survive. And so many frags coming up from Strong Opinions, with Fair Enough really just crumbling after losing CeeJaey there.
Also, they do get Seal, so they might be able to get the SSG down, but it seems quite well protected. Yeah, Steve's chasing Philjack. So that's something they can latch onto. Adysky's jumping, he's actually got some damage on CeeJaey. Now here comes the jump, quick, great rocket there with a direct hit, gets CeeJaey down, so no heals now. This has to be their chance, they cannot mess this up. Here comes the spies behind CeeJaey though, nobody was looking for him. Toast is coming again. Adysky's going forward, he's picked up some frags, good pipes there. Emilio is now sort of alone on this right side, fighting a mini. It's all really scrappy at the moment, but CeeJaey should spawn in a second. And there's no pressure on the cart, and now Steve's just trying to take fights. Strong Opinions are just taking fights, preventing them from getting any ground really.
But they're being timed so well. We saw Steve taking down Adysky, previously being the heart and the soul of Fair Enough. Just puts the right stop and everything. Then it also getting fragged by alle, getting lots of sticks on that cart. And Toast also getting a frag onto Quick. So we see, obviously, Quick playing more pockety soldier. That's another important pick. Cherry's going to die in that cart, so I mean, I don't think Fair Enough even anyone close to that to push it. But Skeet actually hasn't been healing as much as CeeJaey, so he's actually almost at a 20% disadvantage. Now actually about a 30-40%. I don't think it's not like CeeJaey's running crits or anything. They are both running Uber. But CeeJaey definitely hasn't been building as quickly. Quick is going to try and bomb in. Going to miss a few direct hit. One that's going to get cleaned up by Denia. Amelia also going down. And more players actually going for Strong Opinions. They're down. And there goes Toast. There goes actually.
Yeah, they'll give this
Ringer. And yeah, now the Seal.
Oh, they use
Uber. From Steve. Going to force that rough from Siege. So Bank's going to get saved. And there's Steve actually surviving with full health. Going to go behind, try to take down Cherry. And CeeJaey actually all the way behind. Now going to try and heal Seal. He's trying to sit with Emilio and Flash, who's playing very close to CeeJaey. At least just at this moment in time. Toast and Steve. Steve's still behind. He's still sitting behind. He's picking up that health kit. He's still behind at 150.
He knows he can't do anything, so he's just going to try and buy some time. But in the end, it's a bit of a useless use of his life, because Pyro is huge on this corner. Because you can really deny the other team space. And look, Emilio's been picked as well. And Flash. Good kill by Philjack. Adysky going down again, but they are only 4 up here. Strong Opinions, sorry, 5 up.
Especially with Raptor, Steve, they went down for like 20 odd seconds, which, as you said, for third, so important of a pick. The quick jumping in again with a direct hit does smack Cloudy with one direct hit rocket. That's not going to kill him just yet. Raptor's going to go down from I believe, a crit flare from Tea Time, and Denny and Terry just push that car all the way up the hill. He does use his Uber off directly onto alle and flashing Flash as well. Taking down Adysky, Denia, and even Bacon going down. Cherry also get cleaned up by that sentry of Seal. I think that means she's going to get sapped and destroyed. But Skee's now falling all the way back. Now sitting heals onto Milkman and Quick. Titan did get headshot trying to peek, I believe, that kind of lower hill ramp area, whatever it's called. And we're down now. We're up to, must be up to 10 plus minutes for this cap. So not doing that well for Fair Enough. See Amelia go down. Cap is finished off by Denia, so we see 3 points in 9 minutes. Plus or minus seconds.
Terrible Uber management from Fair Enough. Just, I mean, it's really, like, Adysky is just dying so far away from his combo. He's never in the Ubers. It's really, really hurting their pushes, because that last one, they should have got this point a minute ago. And again, they gave it up. They could not consolidate a fight they should have won with Strong Opinions Uber in first. But, you know, I mean, will they be able to capture this last point? They're under pressure. Fair enough.
I think it's less about whether or not. But yeah, it's more about whether or not they can, or what time they can, rather than if they actually can succeed. I think they're going to capture it, but we're in 9 minutes. You've already got Seal with pretty much a level 3. I think he's a few hits away, and they look very comfortable sitting in that top area that by the stairs. Philippines are probably going to be able to hold this very well. Fair enough. Actually going to go under. I don't think it'll peek that aggressively under. Flash does get picked off. Project doesn't get backed up by Toast of all people. The Adysky now can use that Uber. Going to flash. CeeJaey's going to use his, I think, purely on Emilio. But all these flashes from Fair Enough, it's just going to really just force CeeJaey with his Uber being so much better. And afterwards, though, Denia, Bacon, and Diffy all getting frags. So Diffy is dead, but Raptor and Toast are also dead. And there goes Steve as well, which is a big important pick. But Steve actually does get picked onto CeeJaey, and that's the more important pick. No medic for Fair Enough. He just spawns now. And there does go CeeJaey for Hildreth, so both teams without a medic. And only 2 players up, 3 now, for Strong Opinions. With Raptor, Seal, and Toast surviving. But looks like adysky will go down and CeeJaey actually survive. Just about. So many scrappy plays. I don't even know. I can't even call all of this. As CeeJaey is backstabbed again, and so does Bacon. So Toast is going to come behind and get those frags. Denny's on the cart. Toast is going to get another pick onto Denny on that cart. And just so many scrappy plays, Hildreth.
Toast must be loving life. I mean, I think CeeJaey, mentally CeeJaey might be a little bit lost in terms of his focus. He might be getting really frustrated because he was just spamming binds and just trying to arrow people, really. And Toast just walks behind him and picks him. It's got to be really frustrating for Fair Enough. Again, not to get that after. I'd say they kind of won the combo fight up top, but again they just couldn't deal with Raptor and Toast.
Well, there was 3 players up for Strong Opinions. It's a bit
and the
surprising.
Sentry, yeah.
3 players up and a Sentry. Compared to an awful lot of players, Fair Enough, but yeah, couldn't quite manage it. And I mean, I think must be into 10 plus minutes for this last.
Yeah, 11 minutes by now.
So it's not looking that good. Fair Enough. They're gonna have to do some massive on defense really to make it 1-1 in this best of 3 on the second map.
I honestly don't think they'll get this point. Just by the way they're playing. Oh wait, here comes the Crits Creek. It's straight at the SG, and Steve is standing there perfectly denied. But there's somebody on the cart, and nobody's coming to contest the cart. Finally gets spammed, and Raptor drops on it, jumps away to spawn. And CeeJaey goes down again to Toast. Look at this man, just cleaning people up. Like, they're getting a bit weak, but there's a Cherry Rendezvous trying to plus forward onto the medic. Girardi as well in the combo. They're just gonna go back into the top position.
It was actually the last they got the pick onto CeeJaey, and it was the fact that CeeJaey was sat in those like spawn steads. I don't even know how you call it. This is where you put that sentry is, and it's the fact that he just defended that Uber, and then used with alle to defend the cart against T-Time, I think, and then obviously Raptor bombed it. But the last, yeah, is playing, taking heals and taking picks into CeeJaey post Uber fight. That's just pretty hard to do, especially when you've got all the players sitting around CeeJaey at the time. But yeah, definitely 11-12 minutes in now. CeeJaey only at 60%, CeeJaey already at 80. A better position for them, but alle is going to go down, he's going to get dropped. I believe just by he's going to get a pick, or he's forced that onto Toast. Does he get piped by adysky? Steve and Thalash also going down. So Steve's going to be dead for another 12 seconds. That cart's getting pushed up again by Denia. But he's going to get headshot by Cloudy of the cart. So not quite just yet.
We've seen this already before though. They've won the combo fight up top. But CeeJaey dies again. And they'll probably even take top here and keep hold of it. It's just when Strong Opinions do this back to the wall hold, this is where Fair Enough can't break it. Look at that. What a read from alle just to sticky that window and prevent that jump from quick. And we have another pause. Maybe for, I hope for Fair Enough's sake they cap this. Yes, it will be a 14-minute time, but you know, just so that they can have a chance in this map. But yeah, maybe Toast has crashed again. Here, Maxi.
Yeah, maybe this is things like, I think before we've seen Emilio's mouse unplugging itself and people's ping spiking up, but whatever it is, Strong Opinions are definitely looking like such a stronger team.
Toast is just on ridiculous form right now. He's just cleaning everything up. They're so desperate to get the sentry down, you know, and to get position. If Hildreth actually takes the teleporter and saps it, he couldn't get anything done. Maybe he could have picked CeeJaey there if he had not given his game away.
If CeeJaey got saw onto Hildreth, he's going to get another 25% and actually overtake. Even so, he doesn't even think it, but he is going to get killed by Bacon. CeeJay's going to go down. And obviously the last die from tea time. I don't think that was a pit kill, but it might have been. I haven't actually tracked any pit kills just yet. Which would be really underneath trying to take on Denny, but he's gonna get cleaned up very easily.
Watching this CeeJaey, he just managed to defend himself against Steve as Pyro, killed him with the arrow, and he's just going for arrows on Raptor, and he's almost got this Uber now, but Flash has plus forwarded the disc, he's killed him, and that's going to frustrate them so much. But CeeJaey, he isn't worried, he's going for it, like, he knows he can't wait. He's not really checking his back much, but half of the team are dead again. He's arrowing the SG, he's so desperate to make this happen for their team, and he's used an Uber, not the best Uber.
They came in from top right, I think mainly, if anything, flashing onto Bacon, but Bacon's like
yeah, he's got
dead,
to spawn.
And adysky also does, both really weak, and if anything, they just kind of bleed players onto it.
They lost their
Milkman
entire
going
flank
down, and
as
even
they
there
used
goes
to,
Hildreth getting stopped and hammer timed. Raptor picking up frags onto Cherry, and even CeeJaey again. Cloudy getting the headshot onto Quick, and Strong Opinions have just completely defended this point so well. The map has actually the points only got 1 minute 50 seconds to go, but
do you know what
such a long time.
Do you know what I think, Maxi? From the pause, just judging by the chat, there wasn't a reason for the pause. I think they just paused to discuss how they were going to push, because there doesn't seem to be any clear reason why they did it. Fair enough. And look, and that's really, I mean, they really kind of have to, because they seem to be like losing focus. Half of their flank has just died before they've used Uber, and then they use Uber and they've got no flank and just get surrounded and picked. They're not really, because they're under such pressure, they're not really thinking their pushes through, and they're rushing things too much.
We see alle does get picked up by Hildreth, but no different man to defend. But as we said before, they don't purely rely on alle to carry them at all. It would be the whole team, and Steve and Emilio can take a lot of this Uber. I think more on Steve, but obviously not one of losing Emilio. He's going to defend the whole of Fair Enough combo, whose Uber didn't really get in. CeeJaey does go down to pick and finally, so does, I mean, it looks, CeeJaey did actually go down actually. I almost missed that. He actually got killed by Raptor with that black box. And Fair Enough look to finally have control of that top area, taking down Toast and Raptor now with the help of Bacon. Getting that sentry down as well. But 25 seconds to go. They really just want to catch this off just because he's got 4 points. Otherwise, all things have to do is capture 3 points quickly or capture last. Now Skeet standing on that cart, ignoring Bacon, and he actually fall in. I think almost fell in that pit. He's going to get sticked out by alle. CeeJaey is going to get killed by Quick. Raptor's also going to get killed by Hildreth. The Toast gets fragged, Steve gets fragged, and Fair Enough funny pushing to push that cart. And it's now on overtime.
No.
They were so close to being tipped over the edge, and they haven't done it. And that's actually, Strong Opinions have actually defended this last point. And it's such a position for them. I thought Fair Enough literally had it. It's literally teetering over the edge. And by the skin of their teeth, Strong Opinions have defended it.
I called it.
That the first map of this grand final, this best of 3 grand final, we saw Gullywash go to Strong Opinions, and we see this now best of 3 second map on Upward. Now Strong Opinions won the first round, and all Strong Opinions now, all they have to do is capture these first 3 points in under 9 minutes, Hildreth. Or capture last. All they have to do is really just play this as long as they need to, capture last, and they'll win this map, the best of 3, and they'll keep hold of their crown.
Yeah, and I called that they didn't get it. It was so close in the end. Just push after push, just losing CeeJaey right after the Uber ends. Toast, Raptor, Flash. They were dominating that flank for Strong Opinions. Denier and Quick just didn't seem like they could get much done. Milkman, he's having an ineffective game. Just in general, completely outplayed. And I see CeeJaey was playing around with the guns, so has he got a crit streak here, or is this a medi gun? It's a medi gun. He's playing a few mind games with CeeJaey and Hildreth. But yeah, there's about 9 minutes left. Judging by what's been typed in the chat, I think Fair Enough don't think they can win.
Yeah, I think the last is looking more at Twitch chat, and at this point I think almost Fair Enough have realised that they couldn't even capture last. Either their morale
I mean, it's not over yet.
low, but their focus must be slightly withdrawn. We do see them defending it. Ski's in quick, both slightly tagged, and Strong Opinions really just looking to just get this force off, and really just need to take their time. They're not really in any rush. They're in such a better, strong position than Fair Enough have been in a while, and they look to be pushing now. Get this left hand side. Steve's going to try and take on Bacon. Not a 1v1, just force him back. Usually Cloud go down from Hildreth, he's going to be behind, but he's going to clear it by Emilio very easily. Ubers both come out. Alle getting launched off, actually stuck in that corner. We've seen it quite a few times. He plays in that little tiny corner by that smaller cart. And if anything, it'll be Fair Enough to fall back onto second, having to give up this first point. With immediately Raptor finishing off this cap time, which gives them obviously a really first cap time.
Oh, Ski just down.
And yeah, Ski just get
Incredible
fragged
shot
by Toast. Great frag by Toast. And Fair Enough now have to defend the next 2 points for 7 minutes and 25 seconds. Or actually even defend last. But
yeah.
Ali's getting some frags there, getting the Spencer and Sentry on of Cherry. And Fair Enough can't even really get a hold up for second. They're all going to be pushing this corner. Strong Opinions with Ali leading the charge. Bradman's going to bomb round as well. Just get a pick on the Milkman. And there's Strong Opinions getting that second cap time very quickly. I mean, they've got 7 minutes to capture this third point, so Fair Enough to do a really, really strong hold.
Yeah, they were off their heads. They're gone like Quick. What is it? Quick's just jumping around. Like, no thought about anything. Decision making there's really bad. And look, Bacon's going to get caught out here, sort of isolated on the top area. And yeah, Adysky goes down against Cloudy. This is really, really bad news for Fair Enough. Geej will get the Suba. It could be the one saving grace. Otherwise, they're just a cart push up a hill around the corner from their second title in a row. Strong Opinions. But here comes the Uber.
So take down, well, actually take with Denny and Quick not able to take on. Milkman does actually die. Even there goes Bacon. And getting Viljack as well. So you get to back onto Quick with that crossbow. And with 6 players down for Fair Enough, there goes 7. Only T-Time and Adysky to try and keep this up. All they have to do, all want to get that cart. They are going to capture that point. And I bet they're all very excited in chat. And that will actually be your ETF2L Premiership Highlander Season 10 will be Strong Opinions. So
Season
CeeJaey
10 champions.
Season 5, Season 10 champions. Season 9 champions as well. Maybe Season 11 champions. We'll see. And we are joined the champions. CeeJaey.
Your
CeeJaey,
mic's lagging a
Cloudy,
bit.
Raptor, and Steve Panda. Congratulations, guys.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. Guys.
Fucking the winner. Never the loser. Leave Hildreth win league.
So you guys, I wouldn't even say, I don't know, I'd say you guys were definitely the favourites going into this. Your, I don't know, I'm not even making assumptions. I'll quickly just, obviously want to let you guys celebrate, so I won't keep you guys here for too long. Would you say, obviously you guys kept scrimming, do you think that kind of gave you the edge over Fair Enough?
We haven't scrimmed that much, to be fair. Like, we scrimmed for our game in the semi-final against Bureau. Obviously, we wanted to scrim for that. But we haven't scrimmed as much as we would like to, but it's to be expected. Like, we had the discussion, I'd rather, like, not have the scrims and have players like the Lash and Ali and, you know, Raptor, and have them disappear for 6s now and again. Like, obviously everyone's been focusing on 6s, so it's been difficult to get scrims. But yeah, I mean, we were felt kind of in practice after the past kind of week.
So I'll quickly touch on maps as well. Obviously, Fair Enough chose Gully Wash, but you managed to clinch it with, I think, 35 seconds to go. Were you a little bit nervous going into it with their map pick, or were you more than confident?
We were, but Ali wasn't. Oh, you mean for the map pick? No, that was their pick, and we always struggled in the 5CP kind of. But like Ali really carried our comms in this specific game. Like we were panicking, like, oh, the time is running out. He was like, okay, don't care about the clock. You know, we're gonna push when we can, when the thing is. And then Raptor that really fucking sick match pick, like right before we pushed, which basically won us the map there. So hats off to Raptor there for that play.
Well,
Yeah,
see,
I mean, we
look
kind
like-
of switched comms over on our 5CP to alle, because obviously Amelia normally main calls for us, and then, nobody else, everyone kind of supports that, but we kind of decided maybe have alle main call on 5CP maps, because he's this sixes beast, and it's worked pretty well for us in the past few days.
And Natalie, how do you feel about kind of being given the reins and kind of leading everything, especially on 5CP?
It feels good because like everyone listens and it's everyone follows the calls and it's really easy to call, you know. Like
What about Seal? Do you think you could main call at one point?
SNG? Sure, why not?
And we
Seal
talked about
never
leave out
dies,
Seal.
so he's always in a good position to make the the call to fall out.
Really far back, that is so true.
How's my mic now, guys?
It's good.
Yeah. can
We've
hear
got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7. I actually can't count. Guys
Oh,
with
adysky
strong
as well.
opinions here. And we've got adysky here. I mean, thanks for coming in, adysky.
Hey.
Even though you just lost, but I think we were talking pre-game about the occasion for Fair Enough to even be in the final. I mean, coming second, it's not bad for you guys, is it, overall?
Essentially that was the goal before the season, so that's what I told you in the questions that you asked me. Like, I'm satisfied with second place, and coming to this game, it was just something extra that we got from the season.
Nice man.
I know I did see a lot of people actually say in chat, especially on you, Adysky, why is it that Strong Opinions obviously banned, I think you banned what, Lakeside and Product, I think. Why is it you guys didn't choose Steel?
Steel?
Yeah,
I the same thing. I explained this to Hildreth's questions before the match. We didn't pick Steel because it's such a random map and it can go either way. And we just didn't feel strong enough on it. Like, we had lack of practice for the last weeks. We didn't really like scrim much. And
Okay, with that feedback
picking
in
up
mind,
Steel would
Adysky,
be-
we're gonna play Borneo twice in the season now, because it's already played several, so it's only normal that they play Steel as well.
What do you mean?
Well, Steel is like Jeepet, right? Random map, one push. So we should just replace it with Borneo, because that worked.
Like the map picks, we knew that Fair Enough would want to do 5CP maps, because like there's I suppose it's a rumor, or I don't know, like traditionally we're not good at 5CP maps or whatever, but a lot of times we ban Steel, but we thought, well, Fair Enough don't really like Steel, and we'd feel comfortable beating them on Steel, so we didn't ban it because we saw that as a waste of a ban. So we just banned the two maps that they played us on, and the Barn Blitz pick was a really big surprise. It kind of threw us off a bit because we were expecting them to pick Product, because like the remaining options were Steel, Product, and Barn Blitz, and we didn't think they'd pick a payload map against us. So when they picked that, we were kind of like, oh, like, do they have some new strats and stuff? But we just tried to focus on the first two maps and thought as long as we can win it on those two, then. But yeah, them not picking Product was a surprise.
Well, let's cover the maps. I mean, we saw a 30-minute game in the quarter-final between us and Bureau, where we had 1-0 as a scoreline, and then we saw it again. It was kind of the reverse, like Bureau won 1-0, and they capped within 1 minute. And this game, it took 29 minutes for the first cap to go on. I mean, I can't really say much. I mean, adysky, when you guys lost that map, did you feel like you couldn't win from that point?
Hard question. Goalie Wash was our pick, so we expected it to win. But before the match, I knew that Strong Opinions is gonna play really slowly and careful on it. And we started off really well. We had some last pushes that were almost really good, then something screwed up. And the last 10 minutes were just, I don't know, it was always Strong Opinions trying to bait us into pushing, and we were just holding on last. Like, it was this just stalemate, just sitting in one spot.
There was one point where you guys picked alle, and I felt like there was 3 minutes to go. I could understand why you didn't push. I completely understand. But I felt like that was kind of the defining moment because you made the decision then that you were going to try and stalemate it and then go for the golden cap win.
Yeah, of course.
And,
We'd rather go for the golden cap than risking a push, like pushing into 8 people into big door. It's like it's a suicide run, pretty much.
But then we were vindicated by a young Austrian gamer called Raptor who managed to come in and get the force on you guys.
Yeah, it was such a pivot point as well. Like, if we didn't get that play, I don't know if we would have like won as convincingly as we did.
I mean, I've sympathised with Fair Enough for that map because it wasn't classic. It was like lots of mistakes and pushes on last, lots of clutch defenses. Actually, there was one where Fair Enough really DM'd themselves out of trouble. I could give you guys credit. It was a frustrating game. I understand what you've been through, but on Upward, man, like, what kind of happened? I mean, we won't talk about the last round because by then it was kind of obvious your heads had gone. On the first round, 9 minutes 25 was a competitive time, but was it the first 2 points that kind of held you up too much? Did you lose too much time on those points?
I don't even know what happened on Upward. It was just a better game from Strong Opinions. Like, every point that they were holding better than us. Every point that they attacked better than us. So it was just a map. It was their pick, and they just played it better than us, really. We didn't practice Upward at all before the game. I think we played like 1 round. But that's a shitty excuse.
Yeah, well, I think every first seed has been there. Even Chess Club have been there. Maybe if Strong Opinions actually win the regular season next season, they might lose. But for you guys, I just want to ask one more question. Me and Maxi kind of pointed this out in the cast. There was a point on third where you guys had the Uber advantage, adysky. I want to see what CeeJaey's reaction to this is as well. But you gave up third point without using the Uber, even though you had advantage. Me and Maxi kind of thought this was one of the key points in the round.
What? Sorry. Who? Say that again.
On the
Who was
first round. On the first round, when Fair Enough gave up third point without using Uber, and you just died, and you guys just pushed a cart, and they didn't block it.
Yeah, I mean, when they were pushing, they were doing a good thing of just focusing the cart, and that's what we tried to do in that situation. Just like, like you have to, like with Emilio's calls, we just listen to what he says, like tells us to do. Yeah. And the call was, okay, CeeJaey's died, no one cares, like keep pushing, keep doing this. And it's just that kind of aggression, I suppose. We had the numbers up. I can't really remember it, if I'm honest, but probably
and also, like,
knowing us, yeah.
From Fair Enough side, like, it's really difficult in that situation, because like as the demo and the medic, you have no idea where the spawners are when they're coming, unless they tell you specifically. So like, if your comms aren't on point in that situation, you don't know if it's safe to... Because if you go in on that Uber and you don't have team support, then you'll just get crushed in numbers. Like, just one player like behind you will be enough to just throw a wrench in those works.
Like, just as much as like Ali's like calls on Gullywash, like just telling us to calm down and not worry about the time and main calling and everything. Like on every other map, Emilio does that, and doesn't show up on logs. It just kind of, he's just constantly doing it, constantly just micromanaging and telling everyone what to do, and this is what we're doing, and if something bad happens, and he's like, fine, doesn't matter, we're doing this instead. And in these situations, as long as everyone's following the calls, then generally we're successful. And that's why kind of in these situations where I die or something like that, we kind of still come out with an advantage somehow.
Is there a reason you don't let alle also main call on payload maps, or does
Because
alle
Emilio
enjoy doing it?
Emilio is the best main caller in Highlander, so of course we're going to let him main call.
I do occasionally call though, but
yeah, alle
Emilio
talks more than Cove did.
Yeah, I think that's a big difference in sort of I feel like this season was a complete performance in playoff, just to dominate in fashion. I mean, from my point of view, I'm sad that we can actually give you guys a game, because I kind of had some plans to how to play against you guys, but we kind of lost our game, so it's a shame. But I think overall that's probably the most complete performance I've seen from a championship team since the days of SNSD. I mean, you guys have got to be pretty happy with that. Everybody playing well. Toast is going to stand out as he's going to be the Messi of your team, but I think
if he doesn't get carpal
Overall.
tunnel by season 11.
Or his mouse breaks.
Yeah, he told us how he's holding his mouse, and apparently, you know how your mouse is supposed to have the cable pointing away from you?
Yes.
He rotates his wrist so much that the cable is pointing towards him, and that's why his mouse is breaking, because he's scratching the cable with his fingers.
He don't need.
He points his fingernails into the actual mouse. So
Yeah.
I've seen a picture of it, and it's literally got claw marks on it. So it died 3 times in the semi-final, and it died twice today. So I'm hoping with the money that we win, he can buy a new mouse.
Yeah, I think
mean-
the prize money is just about enough for Zowie. So there
I
you
want
go.
to see this picture now. This sounds horrible.
Sorry, I mean,
It's the
Thermaltake
most
mouse,
disgusting
excellent
mouse I've
product,
ever seen.
excellent.
Give us
Well,
a picture for stream.
maybe if his wrist becomes too bad, you could pick up Viljak, who, unless adysky doesn't know, Viljak has now
Nah,
left your
Viljak-
roster.
I think
Done.
Viljak just lost
think
interest in
Viljak is
Highlander a
done.
long time ago.
That kind of sort of leads us on to
next season
next season and LAN.
and
I mean,
Deutschland.
Who wants to go first? Adysky, I'll give you the pleasure because you were already telling me about potentially this is the end for Fair Enough, or at least under your leadership.
Well, halfway through the season, I kind of realized that we cannot go anywhere with this. Like, people are losing confidence. Not confidence, losing, like, motivation to play. And they're focusing on different things in life. Like, last 3 weeks when we didn't have to play officials, we didn't even scrim. It was like, whatever. And we focused on different things. And then it's like, oh shit, it's Grand Finals. And we only got, like, a warm-up game for it. And it's like, okay. So we put it like another official. It wasn't like a grand final for us at all. So Fair Enough's like preparation for officials was close to minimum, and then people just didn't enjoy playing towards the end of the season. And maybe we'll probably play the Deutschland with some kind of mixed team. But Fair Enough season 11 is not happening almost for sure.
And I'm going to direct the question to the people who haven't talked as much. So, Raptor and Cloudy, what's the plans for strong opinions into LAN and next season?
Just win everything. Just keep winning. Just keep winning until we lose and then stop. That's the plan for me.
We will try to stay together and hopefully have the same roster and maybe even have the same roster going to Deutschland when everything works out.
Raptor's not talking about the most amazing part, where the idea is to have 2 big cars, one coming from the UK and one coming from Sweden, and try to get everyone picked up on the way, except for Raptor, who comes from like Germany or Mountain Germany or something, so he'll be coming a different way. But yeah, we're hopeful we can get
Shout out to
everyone who
Kufa
played
for
tonight.
picking me up.
You're not in
Hopefully we can
favour
get everyone
of the British banter bus idea that's floating around?
Prem only, sorry.
No, that was mine still because they've got their own bus. You see, we're not allowed on it, Maxi. So we've got to get our own.
We've
one.
got like an idea with Emilio going to be driving, and then there's like Steve's going to have Morphine as well with us. So, yeah, I don't think there's space for any more people, unfortunately.
Yeah, then I'll get one, and I'll take the High Panda.
You have a race.
The High Panda Brits, and
The
then,
Land Panda Brits.
and then
Who's
we
going to
actually-
be in that, Hildreth?
We don't actually have very many Brits, so it's gonna be. We probably just have to take any other Brits that we can take.
Whereas obviously me and John could just stay back and
As long
cast.
as I don't have to listen to Asa. I mean, Asa can come, but he's not allowed to talk when I'm driving. I'll be fine.
Hey, unless someone wants to pick me up for Deutschland, I can make my Highlander comeback after the how many seasons has it been since I played? Many.
4?
Probably about 4 seasons I haven't played now. When did we still have divs? Season 7. But yeah, if you guys are obviously looking towards LAN, I think we've got some Deutschland commands, and there's all of ETF